Assalamu alaikum everybody and happy Eid to all of you. In this video we're going to explore the this pointer and we will learn how to use it, but first before that we need to do a quick recap through the pointers. First I'll go through the pointers with the normal variables and then how we use the pointers with the objects in general, and then after that we will proceed to this pointer. I'll start with reminding you how we used to do the the pointers. So for example, if I have here an integer called x and I'll give it 10, then I will have integer with the asterisk, then let's call it u, and then I'll give it the value of the address of x. Okay, not like this but like this. Okay, so now what I did, I have a variable here, my variable called x, and it has 10 as a value, and then u is a pointer that point to an integer, and I am giving you the address of x. Okay, so until here I think things are clear. And now you remember, do you remember we did a quiz with the pointers as well? So now if I want to see what is the content of u, first of all let me see out u and l. Okay, now let me save and compile. Now I'm compiling it, then let me, okay, see now the u is holding the address, so the address of it and it holds the address of x. Okay, now what if I want to get the content of it? As we learned, we use the asterisk, and then if I now save and then compile, now I'm getting 10. So this is how we define a pointer and giving it an address, and then we get the content of the address. So u is holding an address of variable x, and then by using the asterisk, now we bring the content of it. Okay, so this is the case for the normal variables, but is it the same for classes and objects? Let me delete this. Okay, so first of all, let's define a class called person. I mean, the typical class, and then we have a string for name, and then we have integer for age. Only these two. Let me do them public actually, so we can access them from the main directly. We don't need methods. Here I missed the semicolon. Okay. Now I have this class inside the main function string. Okay, I missed the t. Inside the main function, now if I am going to define person p1, now I have p1, and then if I am going to give it a value, let me give the value for name. So let me name it Mu'taz, which is my name, and then p1 dot age 26. Okay, so you might wonder how I am accessing the data members this way. We can do this if we make them public. If you remember, usually we do the methods, the functions public, and then these data members are private, so we don't let the user alter them directly. But now I'm just doing it for the sake of learning. So now if I try to see out anything of p, so see out p1 dot name, I should get my name back and l. Okay, so now let me compile it. Okay, as you can see, here's my name. So we defined a class called person, and then we initiated an object out of that class, and then I gave it my name and my age. Now what if I have a pointer that pointing to a data type of person? what would happen? Okay, before I go further, just let me show you this quickly. Cout and then P1. Now, see, there is an error, okay? So it says no operator for this assertion. If you remember, we had an assignment. In the assignment, we used the cout stream. So now I cannot see out the object right away. Okay, why is that? Because this assertion operator is made for the normal data types, not for the classes, because this person or P1 is of type person that I made myself. So this output assertion operator, it doesn't know what is this, so it cannot output it. But if, for example, I do age, as you can see, now it will work because age is a data type of integer. Okay, sounds good so far? Now, if I am going to make a pointer, so let me do person and then P2. So P2 is a pointer, and then I am going to give it the address of P1, which is an object. Okay, so the same way we use the AND operator and then P1. Now, what do you think will happen if I cout P2 by itself? So we, like when I did this with the P1, it didn't work, but now it will work. But what will come back if I run this code? Can you guess? Now, if you guessed it correct, now I am going to get the address, because here I gave the address of P1 to P2. So now I am just showing the address of it, okay, not the content of that address. So P2 is holding the address of P1, okay, so now it works. And actually, let me prove this to you. Let me compile it, and then come on, my machine becomes slow. Now, as you can see, this is the memory address. Okay, now let me clear the terminal so it become easier to look. Now, what if I want to access the content of the address? We did that by using the asterisk operator, okay, with the normal variables. Now I'm getting the error. Why I'm getting the error? Because now I am targeting the content of that memory address, which is the object. Now the cout and the assertion operator, it doesn't know what is this. It's an object. Now I'm trying to show the object with the cout, but actually I can't, because cout doesn't know what is this object. Now it became the same as the normal object because I'm using the star. Now, if I want to show something, I need to access data member one by one. And how do I do this? I can do this with the arrow operator. Now, as you can see, age or name. Okay, let me show the name, and then let me end line. Now, let me compile, and let me show it. Voila, I now can see my name. Okay. There is another way of doing it if you're interested, not using the arrow. I think it was something like this. I add the asterisk, and then no, like this, the asterisk, and then dot. Yeah, it was this way. If I compile and then run the code again, yeah, I'm getting the same result. This is the normal way. Here I'm telling the compiler that, okay, P2 is an object, is a pointer, using the asterisk. Give me the object. After you gave me the object, I'm using the dot, then it will be as the normal object. Okay, will be the end of this video. Now you have an idea about, or like there was a quick recap about the pointers, how we use them with the normal variables and with the object. Because if you don't understand this, you wouldn't understand this pointer. Okay, so this is for now. See you in the next video.